Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. 1,500 UK personnel in NATO rehearsal defending Estonia from invasion. Cool. Hey guys. Preemptive like Forces News. Yeah, so after Ukraine, you got to think about what's obviously Ukraine isn't in NATO, so Estonia is. But you got to think if Russia is going to attack some country in NATO, then I would imagine the Baltic states, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. They do have Kaliningrad, right? And I think Poland has a slight border into Lithuania, so it's not like they're completely cut off. But yeah, I feel like this would be a obvious next target if it were to happen. Now, it again, it's NATO. That's a lot different than attacking a non-NATO country. Let's go. The original link to the video, top of the description. Below that, link to the Discord. Would love to have you. My name is Connor. Hi, I like to learn about things that I don't know a lot about, which is definitely modern military stuff. Let's go.
After midnight, and there's still a little light at Kabanima Beach, just half an hour from the Estonian capital. Slowly and almost silently, around 100 Royal Marine Commandos approach the shore. These infrared images capture the raid hidden under cover of darkness. Since their invasion of Ukraine in 2022, Russian forces have threatened that country's coastline, pushing amphibious capability back up the NATO agenda.
That's amazing. I always imagine night vision being like the green tinted one where everything's sort of blurry, but you can see clearly the brightened, highlighted, people, or I guess it can be animals too. But this is super, super high
Line,
clarity.
pushing amphibious capability back up the NATO agenda.
We'd be well positioned to assist, if required, on the Estonian coastline. I can speak for our capabilities in regard to the Royal Navy and the Royal Marines, and we know what we can do, and we'd be very confident if we needed to assist Estonia in the littoral space.
As well as this assault from the sea, an attack from the sky. 200 French paratroopers from the 8th Marine Airborne Regiment have flown overnight from France to jump into Estonia. Spring Storm 2023 is a rehearsal for defending the country from an enemy invasion force attacking on all fronts, with NATO allies rushing to Tallinn's defence.
And for us, this is an opportunity to drill our reinforcement capability on short notice. And for this year, we decided to have some paratrooper coming, because of course when you talk about quick response, the paratroopers are one of the fastest capability that you can bring on the ground.
But like Ukraine, the key domain for troops here and across Central Europe is land. The densely forested terrain means soldiers must learn how to win the battle for bridges and junctions.
You have limited fields of fire, you have limited fields of observation, which means that holding or capturing a crossroad, a road, a railroad, a crossing site gives you an immense advantage over the enemy, because the next crossing site, it still exists, but it might be some 50 to 100 kilometers away.
These Estonian soldiers are part of the Kalevi Infantry Battalion, and they are just some of around 14,000 NATO troops from 11 different countries taking part in Exercise Spring Storm. It's the biggest annual exercise on NATO's Eastern Front.
And Spring Storm 23 marks an increase in the UK's commitment to Estonia, with a brigade-sized deployment meaning hundreds more troops on the ground for this exercise.
So really this is about beginning to visualise and understand the planning to pull forward a brigade into Estonia in time of crisis.
And the fact that you're doing it now, does that reflect increased concern about the region?
Well, I mean, Russia has invaded Ukraine. That has changed the optic, and we've all seen the renewed momentum in NATO's planning here in the region.
When Spring Storm concludes, additional British troops will return home. but the commitment to defending NATO's eastern front line and this small but critical Baltic state continues. Rosie Leyden, Forces News, Estonia.
I mean, Finland and Sweden joining is just such a game changer for the for NATO as a whole, but for the Baltic Sea for sure. I mean, are they the two longest coastlines in the Baltic Sea? I would imagine so. And they have islands and stuff in there. I know Sweden's got Gotland, right? And so having those kind of aircraft carrier type islands in the Baltic Sea is pretty nuts. Also, I know it's a quick video, guys. I could watch another, but before that, when you think about it, all of these countries in Europe being on one side is so insanely. Look back in history, like 2,000 years, right? Has this ever been a thing? I guess Roman Empire was a large part, but that didn't cover, a lot of modern northern, central, eastern Europe. A lot wasn't in it, but I have to go all the way back to the Roman Empire, and just you so used to all of these giant countries like Sweden and well, Russia too, Poland and Germany, or before Germany existed, the German states and France, UK, Spain, Italy, all kind of fighting each other or allying with certain. And now it kind of shows you that threats have popped up outside of the usual ones. You have China now. You have, again, Russia's always been one, but you have Russia and nuclear weapons, I'm sure, played a part. But yeah, I like to look back in history, especially when I learn about you get my point, right? It's pretty insane how all of these really super powerful countries are all aligned with each other. All right, I'm not going to do another one. I am going to do another one, but in a separate video. I can't talk. I need lunch right now. I'd appreciate any answers to any of my questions or any comments in general. Hope you guys are doing well. See you next time. Bye, guys.